Hi, welcome to Candy Comic Book Bitches, and today we're gonna ruin Wonder Woman for ya.
So it says Wonder Woman issue 4?
Yes, issue 2 of the... No, 5. Issue 3
of
The Lives. I'm very happy that Wonder Woman is coming out every 2 weeks or so, but like, this is really confusing.
So in this issue, what happens?
A lot happens.
Cheetah and Wonder Woman are going through the jungle. They're not being attacked anymore. They talk a little about feelings. It's good. I like that bit. Etta Candy goes to a woman named Sasha, and they have a conversation about whether they should send in people to get Steve and crew, or if they should just leave it up to Wonder Woman. And they're like, Wonder Woman, obviously, come on. And then there's an ominous scene where Sasha might be a bad guy or something.
Ooh.
And you know, the warlord captures Steve and Co. and fixates on Steve because he's the plot point, and is really doodly, and decides he's going to be a vessel or something.
Yeah, Steve Trevor's going to be a vessel for the god of alpha males.
The god of alpha male. That's pretty much.
And then Wonder Woman comes to save the day.
Shows up.
So what really worked was everything with Wonder Woman in it. Most of the art is painful in this book. It's very like 90s suction cup boobs, suction cup around the boobies. Just everything is off model and everything looks really gritty like an old pulp novel. But the expressions on Cheetah and Wonder Woman's faces when they talk, the expressions on Etta Candy's face when she talks, other people are in the show.
Etta Candy looked so
Etta Candy is so good.
No, she was drawn really well too. She was
drawn
great.
well. I love her.
I love
giant ponytail dreads.
I loved everything about Etta Candy in this series so far, not just this issue.
That was good. The discussion that the warlord and Steve Trevor includes a line, and we are not kidding you in any way. It's a very toxic view of masculinity you have there, dude.
Dude. To which he replies, "And you are not the man I took you to be." It's the best exchange of dialogue ever in the history of anything.
The plot relies on a lot of, like, racist assumptions and just tropes. A bunch of evil religious black men in the jungle steal a bunch of ladies, and important Americans, the spearhead of whom is white, have to go and save, perhaps bring back, girls. And the warlord is bad masculinity. He talks about like alpha and beta males, not literally in those words, but the strong men are the best and then weaker men flock to them. The old god had a bunch of priestesses and a bunch of hot bitches and punched them when they were unfaithful. And then Steve Trevor is our bastion of good masculinity, of someone saying, hey, that looks bad and toxic. I would know. I'm a feminist.
What do men really want? What was it? Whiskey,
steak,
and cuddles.
And a cuddle. And it's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. And of course, Cheetah, who is now a monstrosity, used to be a pure, nice white woman. Through evil black men doing evil magic at her, Cheetah becomes a monstrosity. And it's just really uncomfortable, which sucks because the book is really close to saying things. He's being super heavy-handed with the whole gender dynamics, which is not my Wonder Woman. My Wonder Woman handles gender dynamics and feminism with a light touch. A strong but light touch. And then also talks about other things that are core to Wonder Woman. Diana Themyscira is not just a vision of what womanless should be, but also she's a study in faith and in destiny and in choice and in family and friends and in globalization, but like in a good way. Like, she's a lot more complex than these 3 issues are, or than this issue is showing.
This issue, I felt like the first issue of The Lies was really a good complex Diana.
Yeah, I think it's just
nice.
This issue is super awkward.
This issue was way too densely packed with way too much trying to get going on, and it was just
so much was happening. They couldn't do anything well, so they had to kind of hammer fist the It's important to be nice to ladies. No one owns Diana.
I really didn't like I loved Etta Candy, but I really didn't like her her lines about how they're like connected and like
Diana and Steve.
If one of them is in trouble, they'll find each other and like, oh, they're so special, they're so connected. Like,
that's not true. Let's be honest. When Steve Trevor, a regular human being from regular America, is in trouble because he knows this really great demigoddess, is in trouble, Diana Themyscira, best of her people, literal demigoddess created from clay, who is immortal, immune to bullets, probably has like murdered a man but had fun with it. No, she didn't. She would never do that.
Kate
probably has like touched the sun with her bare hands, can fly, also has an invisible plane, saves his bitch ass. Diana is never in trouble and needs Steve.
Yeah.
If Diana's in trouble, she needs Etta. But Etta was good.
Etta was good though.
Etta, like in general, is fantastic, and in this is really solid.
She had the right, we were talking about balance of like bubbly and like good and happy, but also adult person with an adult job.
Yeah.
Doing real things with like a high stress job, doing real things. It was a good balance of those two personality traits together.
I like that she's Steve's boss now.
I love that she's Steve's boss. So going back to what you were saying about pulp art and just pulp in general. So the cover to this is straight out of like Men magazine, circa 1970 or 80 or 90. I don't know. I don't know. But like those old like pulpy things where it's always like the men's man has to go save the day and they're in the jungle and you know the woman's skirt is ripped up to here and she's going oh no and he's got the big Bowie knife or yeah and just that's not what this comic is, guys. That was 100% like the art, the positioning, the color in it, just everything about it was men's magazine, manly men's stories, your magazine.
Which sucks because the variant cover was beautiful.
Yeah, the
variant cover was
nice.
What I want from a Diana cover.
They had some really good use of panels at the end though, with because the men are in the like planty viney cage thing, right? So it's actually got like a setup, like a comics panel anyway. So they use that, especially I'm remembering on one of the like the second to last page or something, third to last page. It's showing different panels and it's the men talking like, oh, what are we gonna do? Is help coming? Blah blah blah. And you see like little flashes in the darkness in some of the panels. And then that turns out the one was like, oh, just wait. And then it turns out that's Wonder Woman. It's their bracelets doing things and she's there to save them. And it was a really great just use of the page and it was really good storytelling. It felt like the beats were right. It was a good page.
This has been Cat and Comic Book Bitches ruining Wonder Woman.